Alright, hey, hello, and welcome everyone to another Silver Gaunt- Gauntlets restream. Today featuring again Triforce Blitz Season 4 semifinals. But this time, Game 2 of Necessarian vs. Cola. The winner will move on to face Xavi in the grand finals. Your commentators today, Elagatua and Zaid. How are you guys doing?
Welcome, Zaid. Good to be with you again as we bring everybody game two of these semifinals. I'm feeling a little bit better than last time. My voice is still a little bit wobbly, but we'll make it through together. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How's everything? And I believe we'll be starting very soon. And we have a stone start and a serenade start. So I wouldn't be surprised if the runners quickly play serenade and try and get some early hints, and then start with their paths.
Yeah, definitely. Might see that like a early child plays become more of a thing. When you get Serenade as child, you have the ability to obviously get back adult more quickly. But also, Serenade after Lon Lon Ranch is a nice way to get those extra hints, as you mentioned. And it looks like the countdown has started. So let's get into this one. Our runners today are Natharian and Cola, two Triforce Blitz veterans, and both of them always seem to make it to around this point, semifinals, quarterfinals, and not really making it any farther than that, I think, in the past. So this is a good opportunity. We'll see if Natharian can close out this series, but let's see what our path counts are. So 9-0-10 and Forest Temple on the path of courage starts. So not especially crazy path counts. I would, at least on the surface, I would imagine that we would get a chance to see all three Triforce pieces with numbers like that. But you never know what the seed can throw at us. And already we see some divergence from runners. Ethereum going to get some rupees, probably for a early shield buy in CAC, which I like as well. That's kind of my go-to strat. And Cola, straight off the river. And no time of day change for Cola, so we'll see how that plays out if Cola ends up in CAC during the nighttime. But off and away.
Yeah, Natharian's definitely from the seeds I've watched, he definitely gets a shield, and I always think that's the right play. And I'm surprised Cola didn't change if he was always going to go to river, but we'll see what happens. And Cola was well, definitely in the group stages, he was definitely doing early child starts, but he stopped doing that since the brackets, so you can't necessarily predict what these players can do.
Yeah, I almost wonder that if River ends up being nothing, would Cola potentially scum back to Temple of Time and just immediately go Child?
Exactly, yeah.
So Natharian into CAC now, the traditional start, and we got an Echo hint that I think it was Lon Lon Courage as an Echo, so that's an interesting piece of information. It tells us that there is a lot of overlap between our power and our courage paths. And Jabu Foolish, I mean, that's some memes never die. Natharian immediately getting the shield after farming all the rupees for a shield. Tremendous comedy.
And we got Mosswood's Courage.
Looks like Cola waiting time of day to scum back to Temple of Time. So I imagine this is going to turn into a child play, or maybe right before. I couldn't tell if it hit nighttime. This could be like a day market into night market play for Cola. But Natharian getting Bolero, it's a really good song to get in CAC, going to chain to another song later on.
We got an Ice to Power in, that was the other hint in River as well. So yeah, this does look like a nighttime play for Cola. So this is quite an interesting I haven't really seen this from any runners, so this is quite an interesting thing to be doing. It could be possible that he's going to use that for the time of day in River, and then pick up the song in London to get the hints in River. Not in River, in Lake. So
Definitely possible.
So-
We see a strength from Netherian, so some decent items in the very traditional opener so far. 2 shields and a strength. And Cola getting some money. That's actually pretty nice. Like, if you're going to get junk, Huge Rupee is a nice thing to run into. Gives you a chance to maybe get some hints later on from the store. But now Cola going to be going to Castle. I'm wondering if this is going to be kind of a full commitment to both Castle hints just to pass time of day.
yeah,
But
I feel
I
this is.
think that even that is going to be a little bit inefficient because I think Cola will still have a little bit of time before day.
I feel this will be Castle into Lake. And
You
get
might be
the
right
hints.
about that. We'll see what happens here.
Yeah.
This is I haven't seen a lot of routes like this, so
No,
I'm not sure what to
this is very
expect.
interesting. We got a Fortress Foolish.
So Kokiri's sword leading to Rudo's, but we do know that Rudo's is going to be path for that access to Ice Cavern. That's kind of confirmed already, so anybody's guess whether that is going to end up being bait or not. Looks like you're right about the Hylia play. So going to Hylia, you're going to get those back of lake hints very early on to pass time of day, and probably will end up in Lon Lon Ranch shortly after daytime breaks.
Yeah. I quite like this. This is really guarantees. He's guaranteed 5 hints. That was,
Yeah, definitely getting some information, although I will say that the information that Cole has received so far has been a decent amount of duplicate information.
Hmm.
I would say, all in all, it's pretty unlucky based on just what we've seen so far. Nothing really jumps out yet. Graveyard Path of Courage could be for that strength upgrade potentially. Let's see what our Bolero song is here on the left side. I cannot tell what that was. Does
No.
anybody
That's a
see
Mirror
what on the
Shield, maybe?
volcano?
Mirror Shield?
Maybe. It almost looks like it could be a Stone of Agony, potentially.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see if any of our eagle eyes in chat had a better look at it.
That's we got Prelude. It's not the best pickup when you've already got Serenade, but it's still nice at this point.
Yeah, we'll definitely save some time, and I think overall, just getting those bomb chews early. The standard opener is kind of paying off pretty well so far. I'd say if I'm Netherian, I'm feeling pretty decent about this. So Din's and Goron City has a neglected scale, and CAC has a neglected wallet. So no surprise scale path gonna throw us off the scent this time. Shout out to our seed over the weekend.
But a scale can be very nice for routing and stuff, so...
Yeah, and in Goron City we might just kind of run into it coincidentally. But it doesn't look like there's anything particularly abnormal about what we've seen so far. And only a 5-pack of choose for Netherian, so we'll have to see how judicious Netherian is about using these.
Yeah, purple CL can't be hinted paths, so far London has provided us with Dins.
Another ice cavern hint. So that's one of the ones that Cola found in River. So Netharian kind of getting that by the way, or at least on the way as well. Unfortunately, this hint play for Cola hasn't really paid off yet. We'll see
No.
if anything else turns up. So Din's confirmed path. Probably going to need that dungeon entrance into Shadow Temple, wherever that ends up leading. Keep in mind, we do have ZL now from Lon Lon Ranch, so there is now a song in Graveyard that we have access to that could potentially be path instead of the strength and a hook shot in Mido's house.
So that'll be nice for Cola when he does the when he eventually does Adult Cac. He can just get that song from Graveyard.
And Kokiri Forest on the path of power, probably that hookshot that we just found. Be interesting to see where Forest Temple ends up being. Hookshot could very easily be for the entrance or for clearing it. We do know that Forest Temple is on the path to Courage. And well, it doesn't seem to be a super lockdown seed so far, so our 0 location is still a lot of possibilities. Still waiting on our first logical explosives, though.
Yeah, I think it's possible that Netharian, with only 4 chews, will save scum them in Lost Woods. We know Lost Woods is path for Courage as well.
Yeah, that is definitely a favorite of mine to go get the song in SFM and then loop back and burn the chews going through Lost Woods. And if you end up not finding anything, then you can come them all back. It's very, very efficient. Kind of right away.
I find that's the best play. We got Storms. And a second Graveyard to Courage.
So Cola gonna probably loop back here and clear out the Lost Woods checks, but no bomb chews for Cola. So we'll see if that ends up being important. And just a lot of duplicate hints there. This is really unfortunate for Cola. Cola committed to back of Lake and now is getting the dupes of those Lake hints kind of on the way, and Netharian's gonna be able to see most of those. Yeah, we saw another Echo Cac to Courage there, so that's yet another one, and we can be pretty confident that these Power Paths and Courage Paths are almost entirely overlapping. We got a Hylia Foolish, that's always nice. Pretty on brand for having a Serenade start to a Foolish Lake. Good old rando humor.
Saria's to Kokiri Sword. Okay.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. Kind of indicates that, I mean, from what we've seen of the information, it seems like there could be a lot of bait this seed. Because Saria's song to K-Sword. K-Sword could potentially just be for Rudos. And Saria's song probably blocking either the SFM song or the Forest Temple entrance.
And it could potentially be for something in Lost Woods as well. So we'll find out with Netharian what's because I'm sure he'll do the 2 bomb lock checks and he'll do the Ocarina minigame. Just from what I've seen of Netharian, he's quite thorough in these seeds. So
yeah, definitely makes sense, and definitely gonna probably pay off here. We'll see if those chews unlock anything. Seems likely that it will.
So far, I don't think Cola had the Lost Woods to Courage, because that must have been in CAC, so that's why he didn't do the Ocarina minigame.
Well, that's kind of a mixed situation for Cola, because Cola now probably going to loop back through CAC and run into those bomb shoes, and then maybe go into Lost Woods as adult, because Cola will end up with that hook shot and Bolero, so likely going to pick up the Bolero song and maybe head into Goron City, and may end up stumbling on whatever this woods path item is with the bomb shoes and be able to skip the child checks.
The Therian's not safe coming to choose, but he knows that that scale was nothing, so...
And that scale could be pretty nice as well, because we're basically a bottle away from Rush Ice.
Yeah.
With the information that we've got. So getting a scale going to get us better access to Ice Cavern, considering that we have Bolero and a hookshot already.
Okay, so Saria's in Lost Woods is a definite potential at this point.
Yeah, so it seems like maybe Skull Kid is actually the path item and not the Force Temple entrance. Could just be, I guess, Kokiri Sword on Skull Kid.
Yeah.
Locking the Deku entrance for Rudos, and we could have ourselves a nice long bait path. So it's decision time for an Etherian, I think. Probably going to loop back to pick up these hints. But Cola's going to be re-clearing stuff that we've seen already for the next little bit. But Etherian, I think, has some options about where to go. Could potentially be a river play with that scale. It could definitely make sense to go river, pick up those hints, and head down the river, which I'm always a fan of, and having storms could pick up Frogs 1 on the way, maybe looping back to do CAC and pick up the song in the graveyard.
Yeah, I think that'll be a nice play. And also, we're going to see the song in graveyard, so we'll know more about what this path from graveyard is as well. So far, we have a strength.
So when we look at our zero path, I think the options that are most likely, based on what we've seen so far, would either be like maybe a vanilla Dodongo's Cavern entrance for Dodongo's Cavern, or potentially just somewhere very easily accessible inside Ganon's castle, and maybe there's multiple routes to clear a dungeon to get access to that. But it does seem like there's a decent amount of locations that are going to require at least one path item, so that zero can't be in too many locations, at least based on what we've seen so far. No crazy things like Requiem or Epona showing up to make like GTG a potential zero, at least from what we've seen. But we'll see. We haven't seen any explosives either, so maybe we'll learn some more once we see some of our dungeon entrances start showing up.
Yeah, and I feel like standard play is to just not worry about the zero piece until you just have more information about the seed and see if you can pick it up on as you're going along, which would make more sense.
Yeah, I agree with that, and I think both our runners probably expecting to be able to reach all three pieces in the 2-hour time limit that we have today. So you can kind of save the zero until you have a better idea of what locations are how deep and make sure that you don't waste any time trying to go for it too early. Cola going to be in the Composer's Grave. We're going to see what this song is. And Nefarian looks like this is hint by time.
He's gonna save his money as well. He could be
So that graveyard has a Wanderer strength. So that means that we're probably about to see a Path song show up on Cola's side. And yeah, that one is definitely Path.
yeah. So that could be really good. I mean, he may just not decide to do Lost Wizards at all now. It depends on whether he wants to be checking entrances and stuff. So, but we're going to see our first entrance.
Spirit Temple in the Fire Temple entrance. And Nefarian going to be coming for some more hints here. Temple of Time, Neglected Bow. Very interesting. I almost wondered now what Nefarian's plan is, because Nefarian could end up going CAC as Child, and what we know is that actually would probably work out pretty well. You end up with Saria's song, and you head back to Lost Woods to pick up what we assume is a Kokiri sword, and then you're right there to find out what that's locking. But the risk there is that if there's another bottle just chilling somewhere, this whole Rudo's path could end up being a giant waste of time. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Looks like this may be another hint buy for Nefarian. We'll play a bomb bag and yeah, this is the last
I really
one.
like this. Like, I think when you have Prelude and you have a full wallet, just getting your hints. That's a Wanderer bomb bag in IGC. Right, yeah, the Nefarian's going straight for Graveyard and getting Time of Day, so you can do Dampe Digging. Or perhaps not.
So Nefarian, yeah, in CAC. So this could work out well for Nefarian. It could also work out badly for Nefarian too. It's kind of everything remains to be seen. What is real and what is just not real, and a stray boomerang showing up there. That seems unlikely to be relevant in any way.
But yeah, so far we have the Bolero path from back. And we also have, we know Spirit Temple is in the fire entrance. Nefarian's not too concerned about Dampe digging, so he is just going straight for the sun.
We do have Deku Tree. This actually could be our 0 location, because this is like nothing is locking this.
No. This is also another reason to get a shield, you know, when Deku Tree is just here.
It's really nice for Man on Roof to provide that free of charge for us. Really thinking about us, what a bro. See a big chest here. This could definitely be our 0 coming up right on the right side here.
Strength 2, okay. Another Wanderer's, well, we don't know if there's a Wanderer's Strength, but I think you're kind of right. I think if the path counts had been, say, 0, 15, 17 or something, we may have seen Natharian do check this entrance after he did Carcassonne. But we'd expect both runners to get all 3 pieces.
Ooh, Natharian unfortunately botching that flame storage there. Gonna miss out on the Composer Grave second check there, but I think based on what Natharian knows, I believe Natharian has the Saria's path in the unlock, so I shouldn't. And Natharian heading straight back to Lost Wood, so I think Natharian gonna be playing the paths pretty straightforwardly, and I guess we'll see what lies behind that Kokiri sword. I'm guessing it's Dodongo's Cavern on the Lost Woods entrance. It seems pretty likely based on a foolish Jabu.
We're gonna see with the strength 2 they're doing spirit temples, so it's very possible that Din's is just called Spirit Temple, not necessarily the dungeon entrance. But yeah, there's the Kokiri sword. Cola getting a key as well, so that's nice of him.
They're going to be picking up some extra hints as well. That's always a nice little bonus of getting that Dekutri entrance.
That's another echo we have. I believe that's 3 echoes we've had, so we're going to have at most 8 path hints, I believe.
No real useful information from the Dekutri hints, unfortunately. We'll head deeper into Spirit, and we're going to see Job.
Yeah, so I feel like Darian will just do this to get his Ganon's access. I mean, we know that it's not, Boomerang isn't required for Ganon's access, but during the location of Dekutri hints. We also... Natharian doesn't have the Juggo's Foolish Hint, because I think that was in Lake. Not in Lake, in River. Possibly. We have Strength 3 from Spirit Temple. So I believe that we know that's not required, yeah. And we also know that okay. I think that pretty much should eliminate Spirit Temple, right? At this point?
Yeah, it's really hard to imagine it being a 0, and we don't have anything really pointing to it so far.
I mean, if we know that we know that if we know we got Wanderer's Strengths, the first two Wanderer strengths, then there can't really be anything in Spirit Temple because that's strength 2 locked.
Yes, I do agree with that, and
But I think Cola will want to go to Colossus, so I think this is fine.
yeah, I don't think it could be on the adult side. I guess, in theory, if Bolero was Path, maybe it could be on the child side.
Yeah.
But unfortunately for Natharian, Natharian did not get that Jabu Foolish hit because that was in River, and now is, well, going to probably be full clearing Foolish, Foolish Jabu, and
I mean, this is Natharian's only information on dungeons, but he does know that there's a Wanderer bomb bag in IGC, so it's a shame for
yeah,
him
it
that
does
he
seem
didn't.
like. I don't know if Natharian full cleared everything. I think Natharian might be skipping the other boomerang lock checks and just getting the Ganon's access to it.
So yeah, Top Life, we know that there's definitely something, yeah, that strength is Wanderer, so whereas Fire Shadow are definitely on our radar. We didn't quite peek what was in Crater, so I do wonder what that thing was, whether it was a... I can't... No, Mirror Shield would be useless, so I don't think that would be...
I can't imagine it's that important, because we don't see anybody rushing off to get hints. But Natharian gonna be finishing the first dungeon, and we'll be able to get into Ganon's for that bomb bag, which may end up being pretty helpful.
So have the runners checked... They're checking the medallion layout now, this makes complete sense. So that's... So we now know the medallion layout, and completing Jabu means that whatever's on the Ocarina of Time song is going to be very important at this point.
That is true. Yeah, it could be for that K-sword for the song. I didn't even think about that, but that makes a lot of sense. And now we know that Deku Tree is just basically freely clearable because it's on the Dodongo's cavern entrance. So
Which I'm surprised that... I'm surprised Natharian didn't just assume, well, make the connection that Eku is where the DC entrance is, because we'll be able to complete it as child, but you won't be able to do it as adult. But
yeah, might be going there to verify it at least. Or no, this is actually looking like a Lost Woods play to get the song and maybe check the Forest Temple entrance.
because we know that Kakiri's sword is Doritos at this point, so whatever that song we get in OOT is also leading us towards Rutos.
Mido not cooperating today. There we go. In case you don't know what Mido skip is, you can look at chat. There's a nice, helpful explanation of Mido skip for you.
it's also good information for Natharian that he got the neglected bow, so he knows that this is Forest Temple. He just available for him. But it's not
We
his
got
bow.
fire now, so this is interesting. Another, I guess, potential 0 location, at least the first couple of checks.
Yeah. I feel you have to kind of, once you're here without like a minuet, or you kind of just have to do the early part just to check if it is the 0 path.
Natharian's seen enough. Cola gonna... Oh, never mind. Natharian changing his mind.
Yeah,
Looks
I
like
think they'll
we
just
will be maybe seeing the rest of the bottom checks. I think with 1 chew left, maybe you check it and then scum when it's inevitably a key.
Oh, and we have a big chest.
There's a big chest. This could be a really good decision by Natharian. Well,
there's our neglected bow. But again, neglected items do come in handy sometimes when you don't think. You know, we've seen it in many races that the neglected item was the thing that helped someone win a race. Just being unaware that it was neglected. Or is it not? Is it...
yeah, so we've neglected to neglect our bow, is what is happening here.
The bow is bow is neglected.
So neglect is a term that we use for our shop hints to differentiate with foolish. We used to call them foolish items in previous seasons, but now we call them neglected. Neglected means that no copies of that item were used in the Seeds playthrough to acquire any of the Triforce pieces. So basically, there's no way that anything requiring a bow could be necessary. Could be hard required to complete the seed. Doesn't necessarily mean that the bow is useless, because it could be like some more efficient path to do things or whatnot. But at least it will not be required to get a bow to complete the seed.
As we see now, it's very useful because now they're both going to be able to complete deck with that neglected item. And feel Cola will know that you'll feel that the Bolero isn't the path item in pack, and we'll probably at some point be making moves to at least full clear cut to get the boomerang.
Okay, we got our first Triforce piece, the bottom of Deku Tree. Giving us that 0. I think in the grand scheme of things, probably not going to end up being that significant, but nonetheless. We have 1 down, so Ganon's Castle not going to be having the 0, as we had speculated earlier. And Cola going to be looking towards wrapping up Deku Tree. I'm sure Natharian, I think this is Natharian's first dip into the tree, but shortly afterwards we'll be seeing that as well on the left side.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what. I mean, Cola will have. I think he will be going back as child. He's got Saria's song. Going to pick up the K sword. He's going to know that he's going to get a stone here. because I'm not sure if he checked his medallions yet, but he will check. So I would imagine a child play for Cola soon.
Yeah, it does seem like everything is pointing us towards that that OOT song.
Yeah.
Gotta imagine that we could be looking at Edge Nocturne on the OOT song based on everything we've seen.
Yeah.
With that Din's path, to seem like Shadow Entrance has the goods for something.
Okay, we'll get
It's not the only answer though. We do yeah, we do have this ice cavern path that is kind of lingering out there, adding some doubt into our minds. Now, it could be that so ice caverns on the power path, so yeah, I don't know. Something's the ice cavern path is probably going to be on both power and courage. But anyway, Cola into Ganon's castle, likely going to be running into a bomb bag at some point here, although Cola doesn't know that yet. And we do see light trial, so I'm going to be getting some explosives somewhere, because I think we can basically full clear Ganon's castle with the exception of Shadow 2.
So I don't think Cola has information on the what the status of the strength was, but that's only Netherian. He knows us Wanderer.
I mean, that hammer is actually kind of nice to get, because it basically rules out the rest of Fire Temple as a thing. If that hammer was useful, then we would be seeing a lot of path strength items, and that's definitely not the case. So, no hammer. It's not hammer time this season. Sorry,
No.
all you friends.
And that could be the bomb bag. So...
There it is.
We'll be getting the OOT song at the now. Seeing that we're missing one path item. Like one path hint. Sorry. On my notes, but I need to double check.
Interesting. Hoverboot showing up and not hinted path was. I'm wondering if maybe the shadow entrance is just like Forest Temple or something like that.
Yeah, that could be. That sounds very. I mean, what we've seen so far, we've seen Water Spirit and Fire Temple.
Yeah, OOT Nocturne. That's kind of what we expected, but we're still missing the magic, and there's a magic hint that exists, but we do not have a way to buy it because it costs 200 rupees, and we don't have any of our wallets picked up.
No.
There is a wallet somewhere in CAC, and there's not a whole lot of checks left in CAC that we haven't seen, so it'd be interesting to see whether Netherian tries to chase after that, because we have Adult Shooting Gallery that could potentially have a wallet.
Yeah.
But we're not going to be able to utilize this this Nocturne without finding a magic somewhere.
Yeah, it's neglected wallet, and also that neglected bow could just mean that it could still be CAC archery. So, I mean, that could be something that really helps the runners get that money so that they can see where the magic is.
Netherian with those shop hit information sees Spirit and is immediately out of there, knowing that pretty unlikely that that's going to have anything useful for him.
Yeah.
The question is, now what?
I mean, from the cat, what, 10 skulls and the culture, I think that's what we have left. And also the redeck road, I think. Personally, I think getting a wallet would be really important, yeah.
Seem likely. There's always the chance, though, that it's on 10 skulls and we get trolled pretty badly, but certainly adult shooting gallery seems like it's worth routing in, especially when you have Nocturne. But let's see what Netherian does. That's why they're in the semifinals and not us, so
yeah.
I'm sure he's got a plan.
Exactly. And also, there's a good chance that we can run into a bottle, and that will make their lives much easier.
Yeah, that is true. Running into a stray bottle somewhere definitely has the potential to blow the seed wide open. So it's really anybody's race, and can be very easily decided by just running into a random thing in a lucky place. So Netherian going to be doing a Ganon's Castle check. Likely going to be running into those hover boots and the bomb bag. Probably not going to be getting that hammer, given that the strength 3 was in Spirit Temple. I don't think Netherian is going to be running into that this run. And Cola, with those explosives, loaded up with so many explosive items now, going to be re-clearing through Lost Woods. Make sure that nothing else path is hiding there, and really, I mean, you can kind of just check anything you want at this point, because well, any place could have a bottle, and I think bottles are about as good as anything.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we never really go chasing a bottle, but if it would still be within your interest to just follow the path as it is, but the only really high density location is, say, bottom of the well. Going there as for Cola's really not very easy, although Netherian does have Nocturne, but I just wouldn't be chasing. I wouldn't really to chase it. You kind of do your checks and just hope you find it on the way.
Yeah, I think that's probably how it has to be. The Cola back into Fire Temple, and we're going to be doing hammerlock checks here. We basically know for sure that this can't lead to anything required, in theory, but at the same time, anything can have a bottle, so I don't know if this is necessarily a mistake or just a decision on Cola's part. It's justifiable, I think.
I just think from Cola's perspective, the problem is that he's got a cack path, and the cack path he has is Bolero. And he doesn't have these Wanderer information, which just shows you how important it is to have like this kind of information.
Yeah, but I think if Cola is following the strength upgrade paths, he really ought to know that golds are not a thing, and that hammers are too deep, and so this is. But we'll see if it pays out. I mean, hey, if a bottle shows up or blue fire arrow shows up here, like this,
that's the thing. Yeah, he
turn on its head in a hurry.
he could just stumble into a bottle. But like, yeah, I think I do agree with you. I don't think this could be, just based on the information he has as well. He should probably not be considering this. But then also, yeah, it could be a magic as well. So there's, I don't know.
Yeah, although I'm wondering if maybe the magic is just in Ice Cavern.
I think we feel that if we're thinking that Bruto's is in Forest Temple, we think Forest Temple.
So hear me out. Hear me out.
Oh yeah.
What if what if it is magic? So what if Rudos is basically just chilling somewhere and we haven't actually gotten a hint for it? Because I think we're missing a path hint.
We are, yeah.
So like Rudos is just out there in the overworld somewhere dumb, and then magic is path in Ice Cavern, and then Shadow Temple entrance has Forest Temple, which has the power piece, and then also has an the courage path item, which is just the 10th item. That leads.
The problem is we know Kokiri's sword leads to Ruto's, so the only thing is it could be.
That's true. Yeah. Okay.
There is a potential that Iron Boots might be somewhere in it, but that's our last path item that we path hint that we don't have. So that's a potential.
Yeah.
And then that would put Forest Temple in the Shadow entrance. But I'm not sure what. Okay, Cola's done the right thing and for the Kokiri sword, and
you're still missing that boomerang though, so that's those chickens.
He does know it's. Well, he doesn't actually know. He can't. He only knows about the Echo entrance. So when he sees Jabu here, I feel definitely going to start mistrusting anything about Valera or anything. So
yeah, it definitely seems that way. Unfortunate to not have magic. Can't put roars down to get back to this entrance. But fortunately, with the Child Warp being Kokiri Forest, not going to be too bad, I think.
Okay, Gold Scale is actually. I mean, if there is just like we're assuming that Forest is here, but if there is that last, there is an Iron Boots somewhere, and Netherian does actually technically have access to that entrance. You would know how to do the trick with just the hookshot to get into the Water Temple.
Yeah, that is true, although I wonder how valuable doing that really is, because you might be able to find courage in Water Temple. But I mean, we're assuming it's Water Temple vanilla, right? Like, I think we've processed.
No, we got Water Temple in. I think we got Water Temple was in Spirit Temple.
Oh, okay.
So,
I think I missed that earlier on. So
yeah.
But is Forest Temple just in Water Temple then?
No, we think that Forest Temple is the Nocturne. That's just the.
So what's left? I guess Shadow Temple.
Shadow Temple.
Okay.
I can't remember. Was the Hover Boots in? Yeah, it just doesn't seem very likely, but it's just a possibility if players are getting stuck.
That is true. I guess if Forest Temple led to like Iron Boots or something like that, and then you have one item in Shadow Temple, and then another one that's hover locked in Shadow, and we're missing like a Ganon's path for the hovers. I'm just trying to think of how we can get to 9 and 10 together.
The problem is then we'd be missing a Iron's path as well. That would be.
We got a big chest here. This could be our wallet hint or our wallet And it is. So that's going to be giving Netherian a way to get that magic in. It might give us some more information here.
Yeah.
I think we're about to see some farming. This is not normally a farming game, but nonetheless, we are in need of money.
Yeah, I think this is nice to have sons as well. Yeah. And it was nice that the wallet was where it was and not on like 10 skulls. Cola should be getting the wallet as well.
I do wonder if Netherian gets this magic in and it ends up being an ice, whether that play to go directly for the Water Temple entrance becomes more attractive. Because for all we know, it could, like, Netherian could have everything that he needs in order to wrap this one up already.
Yeah, I mean I think it's unlikely, but I just think it's a possibility. But I think just because we're missing only one path, I mean it's a possibility. It is a possibility. I feel like problem is like Cola's going to well here, and if he just picks up a bottle, Therian has to do the things then to get maybe he has to actually follow how the seed wants it to play. So we'll see what happens.
Okay,
Oh,
well, there goes that theory.
Yeah.
That is kind of nice for Netherian, though. That is
Yeah.
something that we can pick up, and so... And Cola going to be running into it by coincidence as well, so... All's well that ends well, although Cola still missing that boomerang, so not going to be getting into the Shadow Temple entrance without that.
I feel like if you do find the magic here, from Netherian's perspective, because you're already there.
This is everything that we need.
Oh wow. Yeah. I was just going to say, if he found the magic before a bottle, I would stick around just in case, just because it's high density, but this is actually... This is a race, because that bottle's huge.
Yeah, definitely possible for some exciting developments now in Ice Cavern. There's something there that we need. I'm trying to think of like what even could be left. Like we have so much stuff.
Yeah. I mean, from Netherian's perspective, even if he, I think he's just gonna pick up that bottle before it's the magic. He might just bail if he's figured out what he thinks the potential paths are.
I do think you want the magic no matter what. Like if you're committing to following the paths like a responsible runner, then I think you got to stick around for the magic.
Yeah, I feel Netherian will stick around, but like I'm not sure. I don't necessarily find it. It would be the worst play.
Alright, looks
He's
like maybe
bailing.
this is the magic. And it is, so... Oh, Netherian out of there immediately.
Yeah.
We're in rush ice percent. Here we go.
I just think from Netherian's perspective, he has Nocturne as well, so if that magic is ever needed, it's hard required, he can just go back and get it. But yeah, we have a proper race. It's just could just come down to execution at this point.
execution or potentially decision making.
Decisions.
Yeah, everything is kind of converging here, but it's up to our runners to make the right decisions at the right moment. And
yeah, and also Cola doesn't have the scale, so
yeah, it's the thoroughness and kind of the efficiency of Netherian's route, giving him those extra items is paying off now.
I mean, that's what I kind of love about like Triforce Blitz. It's like, you can't be too thorough because that's going to cost you time. But also being thorough sometimes can also just be very, not thorough, but like not being like too careless. You have a scale, and look at you're in ice way before Cola. So
But Cola does have the magic, so we'll see how this turns out. But Netherian can pick up some time here for sure with that scale. You can see it's probably gonna gain about a minute or so as Cola has to run up river again. I just can't even begin to imagine what this item is going to be in. I mean, I guess could it just be Epona's?
that's what I was thinking. So I don't want to say anything yet because I just want to see how it develops, and I'd also like give chat a chance to sort of like try and figure things out. Yeah, Ponies is a possibility. That this is the only access to GTG.
I'm looking at these items. I can't, like, what even else is there? I can't even think of a single thing.
The thing is, Opponents offers some really interesting possibilities, because then that would suggest maybe the 9 pieces in GTG, but we still have that 10 piece. And there's an interesting thing about Cola going to Colossus for his song, which Darian hasn't got. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what kind of item we get at the moment.
Oh, so Song of Time path on that new hint that we just got from Desert Colossus. So definitely looks like this is all going to be a gigantic bait for GTG. Would be hilarious if we could have gotten everything done in like 20 minutes. I mean, it did seem like there was likely to be a lot of bait this seed, and I think that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though: if you're Cola and you see this hint, you just leave immediately to reverse.
Yeah, I mean, you can set furrows in ice, like that. Yeah, getting that magic again. Like, I mean, these things, little details can just make. Yeah.
This is wild. Like, who's gonna commit to the right answer quickly enough? Like, it could be either of them. Like, they both have like the same information, and it's just a matter of who's gonna make the right choice the fastest.
You know, I don't know. I feel from Cola's perspective, he just wants to clear this out, but we also don't know what. Well, he's processing his information, what he's got, so we have to see. Yeah, I would be really considering reversing. Well, you can't reverse. No, that's the problem. You can't. You have to get this. But yeah, that Song of Time is really, really huge.
Well, we've crossed the hour mark a little bit ago, so why don't we take a moment to, well, first of all, thank the Silver Gauntlets for hosting us here today, and thank you to all the trackers and volunteers and restreamers. Appreciate you helping us bring this Triforce Blitz race to you today. And thank you for joining me today on commentary as well.
Yeah, thank you as well. thanks to everyone else.
Look like we will be seeing the full ice cavern from both runners, so nobody bailing on anything yet. So looks like everybody's
Yeah, I think in my
to
mind I
play
felt
things
that
nice.
in my mind I felt that there was Requiem available for some reason, but it's obvious. I guess Cola could have just walked through Spirit and then reversed, but
Oh, yeah. For some reason, I thought we had Requiem, but I think maybe it's because I saw I saw Spirit Temple.
yeah, no. I mean, actually, no. Cola could have gone to. He could have walked up Spirit and just jumped out top because he's full credit. So that would have been a play.
That would have been big brain.
Yeah.
I'm not used to the Dungeon Engines randomizer. It kind of messes
Yeah.
with me a little bit. But yeah, so it looks like it is Epona. So here we go.
I mean, I'm guessing Epona just locks all the ways to get that. So maybe Netherian's gonna go to the top
Netherian
and
sees
jump up?
Epona and is like, I'll clear Spirit Temple to reverse?
Yeah.
Huh.
That's quicker.
Or is this for the song? I guess to go to Colossus? Or...
Get the song. Yes, this is clever. Yeah, he hasn't got the song, so he has to. Yeah,
right. Okay.
We have a This is I can't. Yeah, I'm not sure who's ahead really. So let's just enjoy it, I guess. This is what I also love about the Gen entrance run. It gives you these opportunities, to kind of do these kind of things.
Yeah, it definitely explains why Cola did that Spirit Temple check, even though he knew that it was likely not actually a thing. It was all probably for the song. I didn't pick up on that at the time.
And we didn't know that the song was going to be useful, but now we do 100% know, so it's like it just worked out.
Well, that's the thing. We don't necessarily know that it's going to be useful. It could just be for key logic.
So yeah, of course, yeah. So we don't even know yet.
Season 4 is pretty wacky. It's definitely messing with my brain a little bit. I'm not used to this. I know in the previous seasons, my commentary was really sharp on the details, and usually I could figure things out pretty quickly, but these runners are definitely a step ahead of me.
Yeah, and also like these runners have been playing it and practicing it, so it's just they've got deep into the semi-finals, so it's just all these little things just come up, and they're aware of them. Now it's a race from Spirit Temple, and I assume Cola will go Serenade into GTG.
Well, this is definitely about to get weird. This could end up being really close after all.
Yeah.
Looks like it's going to be from just from the Temple of Time.
Yeah.
But they're going to get there very close to each other. I think Cola is probably going to get there first just by a smidge, because Netherian's still got to pick up the song here, and so that's going to take him a little. But yeah, this is going to be an exciting... Assuming we're right about where everything is, this is going to be pretty interesting finish here.
Yeah. This is
Therian going to be checking the fairy here, and this is actually critical time lost, because, I mean, if Netherian had gone straight to reverse, I think they'd be getting into GTG about the same time, but, 20 seconds here, 30 seconds here, and they could all just come down to making it to the entrance first.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I think he knows, but it's just like it's difficult in a race. It's just you just do these things. He knows that he probably shouldn't be doing that, but like, it's difficult in a race.
It's hard to know because you don't know. You don't know how close your opponent is. For chat asking about the extra item on the courage path, pretty sure it's Song of Time. The Song of Time was on courage, so I think one of the pieces is Song of Time locked in GTG, and the other one is just Hookshot locked somewhere. So here we go. Cola has won the race to GTG. The old entire seed is bait. Ends up the prophecy being fulfilled yet again.
So I think this is also interesting from a strength standpoint. I think Cola doesn't know yet, but he should know that Strength 2 shouldn't be the... Therian will know that the silver block room can't be the piece. So, from the Therian's point of view, imagine he'd... Oh no, he only knows that Strength 1 Wanderer. He doesn't know that Strength 3 is in Spirit. So, okay.
Yeah, but I think we're always checking right side first as far as routing because of the Song
We'd
of
always
Time.
do.
So I don't think there's going to be any divergence. I say that, and Cola immediately goes left side, so that shows what I know.
Yeah, I don't think this is the right play, personally, but like,
imagine if it's like BMOS locked on the right side. But they're both there. Like, Netherian could potentially win.
You could just do that check and then... I mean, it could still be this side, so it's... Yeah. Okay.
Well, I mean, this is... And I wonder if Netherian skips the bow checks, knowing that the bow is neglected.
Yeah.
Does right side gets keys? Like, what if it's in the maze? I think Netherian could potentially make it into the maze first, too. This is not over yet.
No. I mean, I think checking this is fine because you can still get it. It could still be the first check in the maze, but like maybe he's just realised that was wrong. Okay.
Well, here we go. I mean, this is what we're gonna see. If this power piece is on this BMOS check, then I think Netherian's gonna end up taking this. Yeah. Let's see what happens. Oh no! No way! Oh, they're both big chests. Oh no!
No way, no way, no way.
Unbelievable!
Wow.
Wow, the swings.
Cola doesn't know that he just didn't get the Strength Wanderer in. That is huge, like, that's just tells you everything, like.
Well, we still gotta find Courage.
Yeah, we
Courage
still have
is
to find the other
in
one.
this big chest right around the corner, and I think this Therian's gonna pull this out after everything.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Wow, good games. Good games.
Good games. And Therian on to the finals.
Netherian's played so well this tournament, but that's as you said, it's like decision making, all that. Wow, it's really good.
Yeah, I mean Cola had it. Just if you go right side first, then it was his to win. But going left side, thinking I don't know if we'll get an interview, but I'm curious. Maybe Cola following the strength. What he thought was a strength path. and left side, right side ends up deciding it. I mean, we always have a couple races a year in TFB then with really exciting finishes, and I'm glad we got this one for restream. But I thought for the majority of this race, I thought Netharian had it in the bag, and then the logic went out the window, and it looked like Cola had it. Netharian doing those extra checks in Colossus, and Cola gets GTG first,
Yeah.
and I just assumed that this was lights out. But RNG smiling on Netharian, and welcome in Netharian. Congratulations. What a wild finish. I bet you didn't even know.
I didn't know about what.
Well, Cola beat you to GTG
Okay, that kind of makes sense. Did they only get one and then
by
leave the
30
other?
seconds and went left side.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay.
Yeah, so if Cola went right side, he would have sniped you by about a minute.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we were shocked. We thought Cola had it in the bag.
Yeah, it's just a seed of much bait.
So
I
much
kind of
bait.
had it in the back of my mind, but I just didn't like. I couldn't commit to doing Spirit.
Well,
Yeah,
like
Cola
Cola,
did
Cola
Spirit
did
early,
Spirit,
actually.
and he could have just bailed on ice and walked up Spirit, and then because you already had Song of Time, and just reversed from there. Obviously, you did the right thing to go to Spirit, get the song, and then reverse from there. But he'd already got that, so this was like really well played, like really well played, Zaid.
Yo,
Hey,
GG's.
welcome in, Cola.
Hey,
It was
Cole.
GG's.
a very exciting race, very exciting finish. We were just talking about the last couple minutes of this because it basically all came down to you going left side in GTG. You were in GTG first, and
Oh, what? Actually? That's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah. If you just
I'm
gone
I'm
right
kind of
side,
surprised that the
you would
first
have
piece was
had
there
it.
where it was. I thought that was gonna be hookshot locked.
I mean, hookshot was passed, so that wasn't gonna be like a 0 piece, right?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
Hookshot might.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I thought Hookshot might be path for like it locks a bomb back, or maybe there's a key in the forest on the ledge or something. I don't know. There's something weird about that, but yeah,
It's probably like going to Spirit Temple.
yeah,
Yeah, because there was a key on adult right side. So that would make sense.
yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
I
just kind
had
of a seed where
a
I got baited quite hard the entire seed, and I just like I told myself I need to commit to a plan, and I just kept like finding ways to just get away from that plan.
yeah, same. I ended up going into bottom of the wall, getting the bottle and the magic, which obviously led me into Ice Cavern, thinking I would get maybe Nocturne to get into Forest or something. I don't know. No, it couldn't be Forest because Ruta's Letter blocked by the Boomerang, which is probably in Forest.
Boomerang? No, Boomerang's on chickens.
Oh, okay, cool.
I think Rudo's has to be in. I think Forest is in Shadow, and then Rudo's is in there somewhere.
Oh wow, I thought like Bolero from Keck was the path, and that's what you need to go to Spirit Temple to cross, actually, to get the Song of Time, which is path in Colossus.
I mean the race
It's
got really
crossing
close
is probably an
basically when
alternative.
the race got really close because like Netharian got the wallet, and then he got the magic hint, and then you both found the bottle roughly the same time. And well,
Okay.
Yeah, it was kind of a weird sequence of events. I like was setting up well, and I went to go do the grotto in CAC. I hadn't done it yet, and that was wallet. So instead of going to well, I go to market to go buy the magic hint. And of course, it's like, oh, magic's in a well, so you could just stay there the whole time.
Yeah, fair enough. I had a small train of thought of going to GTG straight away without like doing bottom of the well or ice, because you could like go through the Spirit Temple, jump down, and then reverse and go out of logic in that fashion. And it has a good chance of having a bottle or magic for me as well if I want to go to ice ultimately.
Yeah, I had the idea that maybe it was Requiem in Spirit and then Epona's on Colossus, and then I found the like the Colossus Courage path in Fountain while I was on the way to ice. I'm like, well, it's probably just Requiem here in ice, right? So I go clear ice and its opponents. I'm like, this is like the worst scenario possible. So I say,
Yeah.
screw it, just go through Spirit to get the Colossus path.
I had a hint that said like the Requiem is on Burning Keg, so I knew it
Ah, I
wasn't
never found that.
Requiem.
I did. OoT was blind, although I was pretty sure it's Requiem, and then yeah, I never found Burning Cack. Yeah, Hookshot has to be path either for going through Spirit, like maybe it locks Spirit and crossing.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
what
Like
I'm
I never found
thinking.
Lens, so that's probably the most likely case. Is like Hookshot probably locks Lens somewhere.
Yeah,
No,
it
you
probably
need
just
like
locks all access to summertime or something.
yeah, probably the lens, to be honest.
Although actually no, because you don't. It's weird. Because Hookshot really only locks one check in Forest. The problem is if that's not a key, then you can just go backward through Forest. I don't know. I'd have to look at the log.
Maybe Songtime still locks something else that you need, like I don't know.
I guess the log should be up. I guess we can look at it. See, where is
Alright, I
Rudo's
guess the
letter?
log should be up.
It is, yeah. It's on the raised island. So for some reason that locks all the keys. I don't know why. Because I found a bow that I think was pretty sure was in Logic. Yeah, it was in Fire Temple.
Yeah, that's the bow I found as well.
Basement Blue Poe, Red Poe, Boss Key, Well Chest. Yeah, I don't know. Oh wait, where did
Well,
I find hovers at?
I didn't find
No, hovers is
the
in
iron
Ganon's.
boots. Where were iron boots to get into forest in the first place?
I didn't find irons. Wait, why would you need irons?
Well, because
Force is in Shadow, I think.
if you need Nocturne,
Yeah,
well,
I had
I guess.
Nocturne, because
Oh,
Deku
okay.
is just in DC.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, Forest is in Graveyard.
Right, you get that song if you beat Jabu. That's correct.
Yeah, I ended up doing like I was on my way back to Adult, and then I was like, you know what? Like the Sari's a K-Sword to Rudo's. Like maybe it's just like Rudo's and Jabu, and I was gonna go turn it in and go to Ice immediately. That was
Oh,
like my idea at the time, and then just
irons
like
were in Forest Temple. That's funny.
yeah, I thought maybe Hookshot like locked like Hovers, but Hovers was in Ganon's, and that was pretty free. So I don't know. I thought I'd look at it more in detail. I think.
Yeah.
Unless Hookshot locked your Ganon's axis.
Uh,
No,
I
Deku's
don't
free.
think
Never
so
mind.
because you get a strength for free,
Yeah.
basically.
Actually, where's slingshots? That would
Right, I never found one of those.
Shadow Temple, Gerudo Valley. No, Gerudo Valley Waterfall. So no, it's free. So yes, I don't know. I
Okay,
don't know why Hookshot's passed.
yeah. It's probably just a spirit key.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
See if I can find where the playthrough even uses Hookshot. Yeah, it uses it's Compass Chest in Spirit. It has to be it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was a interesting seed. I'm glad it sounds like we
Yeah.
made it close to the end. So I don't blame you for going left side first. My plan was to go right side for the Song of Time one, and then immediately book it left side, and then I just
Yeah, it
happened to
was just
find the piece on the BMOS chest.
I was just banking on like making a more clean route through the GTG, but whatever.
Yeah. There was so I knew one was gonna be Song of Time locked, and there was a chance that the hookshot lock one was like the hammer side over there. So I was like, oh, I should just do those 2 sides first, and then just end up paying out.
Yeah, that can happen. I guess I should have maybe realized that otherwise the 2 strengths would be path if it's like in the strength 2 block or something.
Yeah. I mean, the strength one
Maybe I
was
should have
Wanderer. It's
considered
just I
that.
don't know. That probably was just for Forest Temple.
Yeah, the
We
thing
know
is, I
strength
found
3 is in.
strength 3 in spirit, and so I know that if you need 2 strengths, they are both path.
I have a question real fast. Do we know where the other Desert Colossus path hint copy was?
I can take a look.
I found one of them pretty late.
I found one in Fountain. The other one
Yeah, we both found
is
it in
in.
Fountain.
It is in Colossus.
Oh,
Oh, cool.
figures.
Yeah, I didn't go to that one.
That's actually kind of unfortunate because when you picked up the song, if you had gotten that hint, I wonder if that would have.
Yeah, that may have made me go to GTG right away, to be honest.
Yeah, because you're right there, and you know it's Song of Time is path. Like,
Even
totally
though
worth a
I'm
shot.
pretty sure I didn't have any explosives at that time. Because I
Yeah.
just used the last one in spirit, is what I think
Oh, were you out
happened.
of explosives there?
Yeah, because I wasn't in Ganon's castle yet.
Oh, the piece was on the BMOS chest.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. You'd have to probably go the long way around. I guess you might have been able to get keys. I don't. You
Yeah,
didn't have
but
a
Oh
bow
no,
even
you,
though,
if
right?
you,
even
you
if I
need
get
bombs
the
to
one
kill the
piece,
BMOS.
right? I can't get the
Right.
piece the
But
other one.
yeah, but even you can't kill the Beamos, but you could potentially get keys to get the Song of Time piece
Yeah, I
through the
could
Yeah, you,
get
you
maze.
can
that
get that
one,
And
one, but
but
then you'd be leaving the other one behind.
right, but then
exactly.
you know, at least you know the other one's in GTG, so you know that as soon as you get explosives, you can basically full clear.
Yeah, and you
Yeah,
had
there
magic, so
was.
you knew where bomb bag was probably. I assume you bought the hint, so like you just book it
Oh
to
no, I didn't
Ganon's,
buy
then.
any.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I went and did a weird opener to get more hint stones. Just
That's fair.
path hints.
You have serenades, so you can do a very interesting like hint heavy opener if you want.
Yeah, I did like river, and then was nighttime when I get into market, and then I did the 2 Hyrule Castle hints, playing Serenade to get to London.
Oh wow, so we had wildly different openings.
Yeah, it was a very different opening, and then you kind of looped back on each other a decent amount in the mid game.
Yeah, I think it was around like the 45, like I think it was around when I got the strength 2 in Deku. I was like, what if it's just like some absurd like Requiem nonsense and just like cut through spirit? And if I just did that at that point,
Yeah.
you could easily clear like if you like with knowledge you can clear the seed like in a half hour probably
Oh, easily.
because you don't
It
need
did
much.
feel
Like
like there was likely to be a lot of bait all over the place.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at the spoiler log, and Spirit Temple really trolled everybody. There's a lot of bomb shoes in Spirit Temple, but they were all kind of magic locked in the map chest and the sunblock chest. So, Cole, you're kind of unlucky not to stumble upon those as you cleared Spirit early on.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, well, I think we're getting pretty close to the end here. I guess congratulations, Nath, once again on making it to the finals, and well played, Cola, as well. Really exciting race and a great performance this season as well. Um, thank you to our trackers and to Hell Knight for restreaming, and thank you for Zaid as well for accompanying all of us on this exciting journey. And looking forward to an exciting finals this year. Hopefully, we'll get these on restream and probably see you back in in a week or whatever, whenever that ends up happening. But I guess first to Cola and then to Nath. Any final words on this the seed or the season in general, and then we'll leave it to Hell Knight to close us out.
Well, it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed the season, to be honest, and I wish you a lot of luck in the finals.
Yeah, thanks. It's gonna be. I mean, I played Zavi in several settings, like settings list and settings as far as tournaments. Is like I think we played probably almost double digits at this point, so it'll be a good match. As far as the season so far, honestly, like, I wasn't sure how I think about the dungeon ER being like in separate pools. I don't hate it. I do kind of wonder what it'd be like if we had like including the side dungeons, everything in a big mix pool,
Mhm.
like where you have all the dungeons like typical dungeon ER. That'd be a fun thing to test in the off season if we want to do that. But yeah, I enjoyed the season a lot.
And I just yeah, I just want to say one thing as well. Just obviously congratulations, both of you, and I think you both played amazing this tournament. I just want to say one thing if people are still watching, we are racing some Triforce Blitz in maybe an hour and a half or so, if anyone wants to join as well. So if people have got the edge as well. So just a casual race or something. So you can check on the Triforce Blitz Discord.